Hello friends, in continuation with our last video related to the Buckingham Pi theorem. So for better understanding of statement of Buckingham Pi theorems or methods to solve the problem based on Buckingham Pi theorem, we'll solve one problem based on Buckingham Pi theorem. So here I have given the problem statement. The problem statement is likewise the resisting force. Here, resisting force they are denoted by letter R of a supersonic aeroplane during flight can be considered as dependent upon length of aeroplane, that is L, velocity of the air, that is V, air viscosity, that is nothing but mu, air density, that is nothing but rho, bulk modulus of air, that is nothing but K. And they have told us that express the functional relationship between this variable and resisting force. So here problem is we are having one supersonic aeroplane, and during the flight of that supersonic aeroplane the resisting force R of that supersonic aeroplane depends upon the various factor. That means resistive force of supersonic uh, aeroplane depend upon length of aeroplane, velocity of the aeroplane, air viscosity, that is dynamic viscosity of the air, air density, that is nothing but rho, bulk modulus of air, that is nothing but K. And we have to express the functional relationship between this variable and resisting force. That is, here R will be the dependent variable. R is the dependent variable and remaining all the variables are independent variable. So mathematically, whatever problem statement is there, as R depends upon length of aeroplane, velocity of the air or aeroplane, dynamic viscosity, rho and K. So it can be expressed as R is a function of L, V, mu, rho, K. Suppose this as a equation number 1. So same equation number 1 can be written as function of R, L, V, mu, rho, K is equal to 0. Suppose this as a equation number 2. Now we are knowing the fundamental dimensions of each and every term. It is first one is nothing but the resistive force called as R. So force is having the unit as a Newton. So fundamental dimensions of resistive force are, that will be m raised to 1, m raised to 1, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 2. L is nothing but length having unit as a meter. So fundamental dimension is nothing but L raised to 1. V, that is nothing but velocity, meter per second, L raised to 1, t raised to minus 1. Then next one, mu, called as the dynamic viscosity. Unit of dynamic viscosity is Newton second per meter square, and fundamental dimensions will be m raised to 1, L raised to 1, m raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, and t raised to minus 1. Then density, air density, kg per meter cube, kg, m raised to 1 per meter cube, L raised to minus 3, and bulk modulus of bulk modulus of air, that is K. K is nothing but Newton per second square, Newton per meter square. So m raised to 1, L raised to minus 1, t raised to minus 2. So whatever this fundamental, after writing this fundamental dimension, so here number of variables are, total number of variables are, that means including dependent variable and independent variable, R, L, V, mu, rho, K. That means total number of variables are equal to 6. Total number of variable, those will be denoted by letter N. Those are nothing but equal to 6. Then total number of fundamental dimensions. Fundamental dimension. So here if you see, m is available, l is available, t is available. Apart from m, l and t, no another fundamental dimension is available. So total number of fundamental dimension, that is nothing but m, is equal to 3. So according to Buckingham Pi theorem's statement, if in a physical phenomenon, if there are n number of variables which consisting of m number of fundamental dimensions, then those all n number of variables will be arranged in n minus m dimensionless term. Those will be called as a pi terms. So here, according to Buckingham Pi theorem statement, in this physical phenomenon there will be n minus m pi terms. So here number of pi terms will be equal to n minus m. Here value of n is nothing but 6, value of m is nothing but 3. So 6 minus 3, which is nothing but equal to 3. So here in this problem there will be 3 dimensionless term. Those will be called as a pi terms, and those are nothing but pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. So this problem will consist of 3 pi terms, and those will be expressed as, that means all those variables will be expressed in number of pi terms. That means equation 2 can be written as f of pi 1 comma pi 2 comma pi 3 is equal to 0. Suppose this is the equation number 3. Now here we have to find out the values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So whatever values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3s are there, all those pi terms will consist of, or all those pi terms are consisting of m plus 1 variables. So wait. So as each pi term is consisting of m plus 1 variable, out of that m is called as a repeating variable. So here we are knowing that number of fundamental dimensions are equal to 3. That's why here in this equation the variables are, so variables in each pi terms will be equal to 3 plus 1, that is nothing but 4. So each pi term will consist of 3 plus 1 variable. Those are nothing but equal to 4. Out of that 3 will be the repeating variable. 3 will be repeating variable and 1 will be non-repeating variable. So as we are knowing that in the problem statement we are having total 6 number of variables. Those 6 number of variables are nothing but r, l, phi, mu, rho and k. So out of these 6 number of variables we have to select any three as a repeating variable. So for selecting the repeating variable there are various rules for selecting the repeating variables. So by following those various rules of selecting repeating variables, we will select any three as the repeating variables out of those 6 repeating variables. So out of those 6 variables, so those 6 variables are nothing but r, l, p, mu, rho, k. So first rule is that as far as possible dependent variable should not be selected as a repeating variable. So I should not select r as a repeating variable. Second rule is that whatever repeating variable we are going to select, one should be from the geometric property, another one should be from the flow property, and third one should be from the fluid property. So from geometric property, that means length, width, height, area, volume. Here length is available. So I will select L as a first repeating variable. Second group should be from the flow property, that means velocity, acceleration, angular velocity, angular acceleration. So velocity is available. So I will select the V as a second repeating variable. And third should be from the fluid property. Here whatever mu, rho, k, all those terms are coming under the fluid property. Out of that, any one I have to select. But while selecting, I have to check the another rules also. So another rules are nothing but any two repeating variables should not consist of the same fundamental dimension. Then whatever repeating variables I am selecting, togetherly those repeating variables should not form the dimensionless group. And third one is nothing but whatever repeating variables I am going to select, all those repeating variables should consist of number of fundamental dimensions. So here, though I am going to take the value of mu, or though I am going to take mu, rho, k, all those three will follow all the rules of selecting the repeating variable. So out of these three, I can choose any one. So here I am choosing the rho as a third repeating variable. Now, out of these six variable, that is r, l, v, mu, rho, k, I have selected three repeating variables. Those are nothing but first repeating variable as a l, second repeating variable as a v, third repeating variable as a rho, and remaining three are called as a non-repeating variable. So now I have to find out the terms of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 are nothing but the dimensionless term, and those can be formed. That means values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 can be calculated. So pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. So each pi term is consisting of m plus 1 variable. Out of that, m is nothing but repeating variable, which is equal to number of fundamental dimension. As number of fundamental dimension were 3, that's why we have selected 3 repeating variable. Those are nothing but l, v, rho. So here pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 will be l, v, rho, l, v, rho, l, v, rho. That means each and every pi term will consist of these three repeating variable. Only arbitrary powers will be different: a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. And as each and every pi term is consisting of 3 plus 1, that means repeating variable plus 1 term is there. So that plus 1 term will be the from non-repeating variable. So first pi term will consisting of first non-repeating term, that means r. Second pi term will consisting of second non-repeating term, that is nothing but mu. And third pi term will consist of third non-repeating term, that is nothing but k. So whatever these three pi terms are there, so that can be considered as our equation number 4. Now here values of pi terms will be obtained by calculating the values of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. That means here values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 will be obtained by obtaining the values of a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. And for obtaining those values, we have to follow the dimensional homogeneity. That means here, if I am going to consider first pi term, it is pi 1 is equal to l raised to a1, p raised to b1, rho raised to c1 into r. So here, to obtain the values of a1, b1, c1, I have to follow the dimensional homogeneity. That means I have to put the fundamental dimensions of each term, and after putting the fundamental dimensions of each term, I have to equate the powers of each and every fundamental dimension. So here I will put the fundamental dimensions of pi 1. pi 1 is a dimensionless term. Dimensionless term means dimensions of each pi term will be m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to 0 is equal to dimension of l raised to 1 raised to a1, dimension of phi is nothing but meter per second, l raised to 1, t raised to minus 1 raised to b1, dimension of rho, here the dimensions of rho is nothing but kg per meter cube, that is m raised to 1, l raised to minus 3 raised to c1, and dimensions of r, those are nothing but m l t raised to minus 2. So here the values of a1, b1, c1 can be calculated or can be obtained by equating the fundamental dimensions from left hand side and right hand side. That means here I have to equate, here I have to equate power of m, l and t. So first of all I will equate the power of m, equate power of m. So here power of m to the left hand side is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to, here m term is not available, here also m term is not available, here m term is available, raised to 1 raised to c1, that means c1. Here m raised to 1 is available, so c1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So based on this I will get the value of c1 as a minus 1. Similarly I have to equate the power of l. So now equate power of l. So for equating power of l, so left hand side power of l is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to, here l raised to 1 raised to a1, that means a1, l raised to 1 raised to b1, that means plus b1, l raised to minus 3 raised to c1, that is minus 3c1, plus l raised to 1 is there, plus 1. So put the value of c1 as a minus 1 in this equation. I will get that 0 is equal to a1 plus b1 minus 3 minus 1. So minus 3 into minus 1, that will become as a plus 3 plus 1. So I will get that a1 plus b1 is equal to minus 4. Then again I have to equate the power of, third pi term, that is nothing but t. So by equating the power of t, I will get that here power of t is equal to 0. 0 is equal to, t term is available here, minus b, t term is available here, minus 2. So here b1 will be there, b1 is equal to minus 2. So after getting the value of b1, here put that value of b1, I will get the value of a1 as a minus 2. So here as I am getting the value of a1, b1, c1, put those values of a1, b1, c1 in the pi term. So I will get that here, so here I will get that first pi term, that is pi 1 is equal to, I will get the value of pi 1. Pi 1 is equal to l raised to a1. A1 is nothing but minus 2. P raised to b1. B1 is nothing but minus 2. Rho raised to c1. C1 is nothing but minus 1 into r. So here I will get that pi 1 is equal to r upon rho p square l square. So here I am getting the first value of first pi term. We have to follow the same method, and after following the same method I have to calculate the value of pi 2, value of pi 3. So follow the same method, we will get the value of pi 2 as a mu upon l p rho, and pi 3 as a value of pi 3 as a k upon rho p square. That means follow the same dimensional homogeneity and you will get the value of pi 2, you will get the value of pi 3. So after getting the value of pi 2 and pi 3, put those values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in equation number 3. So our equation number 3 was this. So function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. So put those values of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in equation 3. That means now I will put this value of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in this equation. I will get that function of pi 1 means r upon rho p square l square, comma pi 2 mu upon l p rho, comma pi 3 k upon rho p square is equal to 0. So this will be the equation number 3. So as this Buckingham pi theorem is used for determining the correlationship between dependent variable and independent variable. A dependent variable is nothing but r, independent variables are nothing but remaining all the terms. So here pi 1 can be, or here we are knowing that pi 1 will be the function of remaining all the terms. So here I can write this equation as r upon rho p square l square is a function of remaining pi terms, that means mu upon l p rho, comma k upon rho p square. And finally I will get the equation for r. That equation for r will be rho p square l square into function of this bracketed term, that is mu upon l p rho, comma k upon rho p square. So here this will be our final correlationship between dependent variable and rest of all the independent variable. So this is the method how to solve the problems based on the Buckingham pi theorem. Thank you.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.